What's up, guys? My name's Eli Burgos. I'm driving to St. Louis right now in Missouri to visit my rental property. I'm 23. I'm a financial advisor, but I'm building my own real estate business on the side. So I'm starting this process and documenting my journey to show you what it's like to build a real estate business from the ground up. I see a lot of influencers and gurus and content creators. They show you all the positive things about real estate. They only talk about the positive and how much money you can make. They never really talk about what the process of what actually goes into it. So I want to show you a bit of that. So part of me going this weekend, it's a quick weekend trip, but I'm going to be visiting my rental. It should be almost rent ready in probably a few weeks. And in the process of that, I'm also going to be meeting with my realtor, who's going to be showing me, I think, 3 or 4 properties, 3 of which are fix and flips and 1 that could be a potential rental. So that's the plan for right now, and I'll walk you guys through that and what that looks like. Another thing I also wanted to mention was my personal experience with real estate. This is pretty much my first time getting into it. I've never done a wholesale deal. I've never done a fix and flip. So this rental property is my very first deal. So you really do get the full experience of building it ground up. I just wanted to mention that. I know everyone gets into real estate has a little bit different of a journey. So the way I'm pretty much trying to tackle my first few deals is to use other people's money. And usually when you use other people's money, OPM, you have typically 2 routes you can do. You have taking on the debt route, like a private lender. You go to someone that you may know that has extra cash laying around that's not invested, and you pretty much loan the money from them. So you can use that, as your down payment for repairs, and then ultimately you're paying interest on that. Some private lenders like you paying their interest monthly, or some might want it in a lump sum. The other way is to give up equity. So if you're giving up equity, they might give you, the money for the down payment or the repairs, but you might also have to give up 50% of the equity created, 50% of the cash flow. So I'm willing to do that for my first few deals just to get off the ground. Eventually, obviously, all my money will be going into the deals, and especially when you're doing a fix and flip or a rental property as a BRRRR, you're going to get that money back. So it's pretty much just a startup capital. So you don't necessarily need $100,000 to get started. This deal I'm going to, all in, was about $20,000. And again, I only use a little bit of my money. I went into that with a partner. So I did want to mention that because I think there's a lot of different ways to get into real estate, and people have a lot of assumptions that you need to have a bunch of money and saved, or you need to have experience. I think the best way to get experience is to actually do it. Before this, I've read a bunch of books, I watched a bunch of videos, but nothing taught me as much as actually doing it. And hopefully I can provide some value to whoever watch me go through the process and see what that's actually like. All right, finally got to St. Louis after like 14 and a half hours. So I got to sleep 2 hours. Now I'm going to go meet with Angela, my realtor. And again, we'll be walking 4 properties today. So I'll be recording that a little bit and going through that with her.
Yeah. Look at the holly etched into the post up here. So crazy.
I'll let you get up there first.
The vinyl windows have already been replaced. I'm honestly wondering if you should just knock this down and do this as the master and then have a big walk-in closet. Or if we can do that on the back half.
This is a 4, right?
It's a 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a dual HVAC system. Okay, great.
Okay. Oh, there's a 3rd floor. Love these high ceilings.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then this is the same. Oh, 2 bathrooms. This is not a third bedroom, the fourth bedroom.
Okay.
So
Upstairs is just, I guess, another loft as well.
was laundry in the basement?
I don't think so.
Then one of these needs to be laundry. Because this bathroom, you have 2 hallway bathrooms. You need to close this one into that bedroom to make it a
Master bath.
master bath, and then
Okay.
that'll be the hall bath.
Assuming we have laundry, right?
Is
If we
this it's electrical. Oh, they're breakers. Oh, this is so pretty.
Oh wow, this is wide.
So maybe you make this the master.
This is a very large space. All right, we went to stop by at this property. It's an interesting one. There's the main door, and then this is, I guess, the living room. So the bedrooms are upstairs, living room's downstairs. They said it could be converted to commercial, but unfortunately we were unable to get inside. So this one we're gonna have to wait a bit. Maybe I'll have her send the video if she's ever able to get in there. I think there was a good amount of potential for this for a burr. So we'll see what happens. Finally got to the rental property, which was pretty much the whole reason for this trip. So this is, I guess, like the living room area. We got a nice fireplace. I still need to decide if I'm gonna close this out, but pretty much the rest of the whole house is this light gray color. So go walk through here. This area got new LPV flooring. Again, same color throughout. The bathroom we left alone for now. It is going to be a lower level rental. So the only thing that really got changed was the vanity. Now this is a 2-bedroom. So this is the first bedroom. We had to add the closet to make it a legal bedroom. So that was one of the things we did in here. And then the second bedroom, it's pretty basic, just pretty much painting the walls. Again, same color over here. And then lastly, we have the kitchen. For the most part, we need to get a new fridge. Just need a new appliance here. But this is pretty much the only thing that was changed. I like the green cabinets and kitchen, so I wanted to give it a try. This came out darker than I really wanted it to, but I still think it looks good, especially with the gold accents. And they ended up matching the door to the cabinets. So a few missing items, little blue tape items that will need to be taken care of. And then obviously get it cleaned, inspected, and then we'll be ready to rent it out. So we're good. All right, we're back here on the second day. Didn't get to go outside yesterday. We forgot to go outside yesterday. But this is the yard here. It's a pretty decent size yard coming all the way back here. I think everyone in this area has a similar size yard. But it's a good amount of space. Obviously, need some landscaping, get these out of here. But for the most part, for this area, it's a pretty big yard.